Hello everyone, welcome to this Java learning series. In this series, we'll cover OOPS concept in Java. This is object-oriented programming concept. This is the most important topic cover in core Java and most asked interview question also. So let's get started. What is OOPS concept? So this is like object-oriented programming, and this basically work on real world, on object it worked, and also it help in modular reusability of code and maintain the code. And in interview asked you what is the OOPS concept, what is the main pillars of OOPS. So there are mainly four OOPS pillars: encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. This is our four OOPS concept. So it asked to explain each. So, like, what is encapsulation? Encapsulation is wrapping up the data and code together into single unit. So, basically, how we can achieve this in program? So, example, like if we have a class. In the class, we have some properties. Like we have int name, int ID, string name. So, we'll do private int ID, private string name, and for both property, we give public getter setter method. So, in real world, many time it asks a real world example also, and programming practical example also, how we can achieve. So, in real world, like we have a medicine capsule, it contain medicine. So, the capsule has a medicine. The medicine cannot go outside of that capsule like this. So, like we have a private, so the properties cannot go outside the class. We can use by extending. If you want to use outside class, then we can use, but we have some condition. Directly, we cannot use. So this is also our data protection, where we want to give access, there will give only. And abstraction is hiding the internal implementation and showing only necessary functionality. So using like the abstract class, how we can achieve it? In interview, we give definition and we ask how we can achieve it. So using abstract class and using interface. So using abstract class, we can achieve up to 100% abstraction, but using interface, we can achieve 100% abstraction because it contain abstract method only, but in abstract class can contain concrete and abstract method also. So we'll cover this in deeply in another video. And if you'll see real-time example, in ATM machine, we show up our ATM card and we all the money. Just will enter our PIN. We don't know internally how it is working. So the necessary functionality is using like swiping the card and enter our PIN. This is necessary. So that is showing to us. And using a mobile phone, like redialing our number and calling to another one. So we are getting the feature only to call. We don't know how the internally it is working. So that is abstraction. And inheritance. Inheritance means one class can acquire all the properties and methods and behaviors from another class using an extend keyword like public class A extend B. So like it mainly used for reusability of code. In the A class, we create property that are common property for all object, and just in another object we will call that. No need to define, and if you want change implement, then we can do that also with reusability. So basically child inherited from the parent class. Okay, and one more most polymorphism. Polymorphism is one task that can be performed in different ways. So this there are two types of polymorphism: compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. So using Method overloading, we can achieve compile time polymorphism, and using method overriding, we can achieve runtime polymorphism. Okay, and in deeply we'll cover in next video. Basics we are covering now, and now code example, like we have encapsulation. So main thing, what is the main thing? Class with private field with public data set method. Inheritance means like acquiring other properties behavior to another class, like parent-child interaction will be there using instant keyword. Abstraction means it we can achieve using abstract class or inheritance. Polymorphism, like method overriding, method overloading. So what is the advantage of hooks? So modular structure we can get, code reusability also we get, and it easy to maintain and modify. And that is basically real world. So what is the summary? We can summary like it has main basic four pillars: inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, and real world example we require. And in the next video, like we'll be covering deeply what is a class, object, and also we'll like create programs, how using this four pillars we create, or how in programmatically we can achieve this. So this will be covered in the next videos. So thanks for watching.